Welcome to the Success Builders podcast. If you're an entrepreneur seeking motivation, inspiration, and real-world strategies to grow your business, you're in the right place. Here we believe success isn't a destination, it's a journey filled with golden nuggets of wisdom shared from one business owner to another. I'm Liz Nanel, a real estate agent, mentor, entrepreneur, and your host on this exciting path. In every episode, I'll bring you valuable insights from entrepreneurs who's been in the trenches, built their dreams, and are ready to share their secrets with you. Whether you're just starting out or looking to take your business to new heights, this is your space to learn, grow, and connect. Let's dive in and build success together. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Success Builders podcast. We've got a very special guest here today, Ifi. And Ifi, I would like you to introduce yourself. Tell us the meaning, because it's so beautiful, of your name and a little bit of your background.
Okay. My name is Anusi, but you can call me Ifi for short. Ifunanya means love, and from the West Africa, I'm originally Nigerian, so in my mother tongue, it means love. So you can call me Ifi for short. And I've been in real estate since 2016 with M Golden Properties. We're a very reputable agency, and I'm also a full status. I'm a licensed agent. Over the years, I've won numerous awards. In my first year, I got the Rookie Agent of KwaZulu-Natal. So it was like a huge achievement for me. With over time, like you've got the multiple Agents of the Month, Agent of the Year, and it's been like a roller coaster ride. And
multi-award winning. That is amazing. And then you're also a mom of 4, Ifi. So tell us, how do you balance all of that?
Oh my gosh. I don't know how, but I believe that Christ in me, He's my strength, to be honest with you, because there's no actual, I wouldn't say like there's a normal routine to balance it all, but I try to take it one step at a time and trying to go between like motherhood, between being in the life of my kids. I've got 5 young kids, and I love being active in every moment of their lives. And also, like, trying to bring in a balance for my husband and also for myself, because sometimes you need to recharge with the mom. I mean, the mom is like the heart of every family, as you know. So I try to recharge my mental health and just one step at a time, bring in a little bit of this and that. But the truth is, you just have to give it your very best at every point in your life. So if I'm with my kids, I give it my very best. I give them my 100% attention. If it's my job, I give it my very best, and my studies. I'm also been studying for quite some time. I give it like 100%. So that's how to go for me. I don't know if it works for the person out there.
I love that, Ifi. I think it's such a good balancing act for a real estate agent, especially a woman that is a mom, to be able to be present in the moment that you're at. So when you are with the client, you're giving them 100%. And when you're with your family, you give them 100%. And when you spend time with yourself, which sometimes we can be naughty with as women and as professionals and as moms, to make a little bit of time for ourselves as well. So I love that you've got a distribution of everything.
No, I have to. You don't have a choice.
That's a very good. I always say we have to fill the bucket in order to be able to give to others. Otherwise, Correct. You run out of fuel. So you're in the Pine Town in KwaZulu-Natal. You're in that market.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us a little bit? Okay. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the market that you work in? What's the current market trends of that area?
The truth is, we've got like a very dominant stock here with the first-time homeowners. Pinetown farming area is like literally your entire market. We also have your high-end properties in Pinetown, like in Cowes Hill, Statue Park, Manos, all of that. But generally, you have your buyers in the price ranges of perhaps 600, even to the close of 2 bars and above. But it's a good market, to be honest with you. And though it's been like shaky for quite some time now, but you're able to thrive, you're able to, above all, sail through all of those challenges because of the market. It's an empty market for a lot of buyers.
I love that. Yeah. So you've got a good range in the market, because
Yes.
we often see that when one thing is a little bit busier, something else slows
Yeah.
down. And you're saying that it's a healthy market at the moment. The sales are going well. There's a lot of buyers and sellers.
I wouldn't say unhealthy, to be honest. So it's in the middle of both. It's a game of numbers in real estate. You know that. Rather than sitting with a property of 3 million and above, I rather sell maybe about two or three properties within the price ranges of 600 and 900. Something. If you've got to check, you've got to pay your bills. So sometimes, like last month, I was able to close a very huge deal, but I don't want to mention the price range. But all this time, like prior to the first quarter, I had like multiple successful high range sales. But right now, it's been sitting in the average of your 1.2s, like 1.3, and all of that. So I would just rather say it is healthy for some people, but it's not as like bubbly as it used to be.
As what it used to be. Yes,
Yeah.
I see that they predict very good things for the economy in 2025, and I think that will run into the real estate market for us as well.
Yeah.
And if I can ask you a little bit about your work-life balance, just again, what strategies do you implement to avoid burnout? Because I do think that's something that can be so real when you're a professional and you're a mom and you're a busy real
Yeah.
estate agent.
Well, the truth is, for me, what drives me is anything I can control, I don't stress myself over it, to be honest with you. And burnout, the job itself is not for faint-hearted. It's very stressful. You and I know that. You can attest to that. As a realtor, you're a counselor, you're a psychologist, you're a preacher, whatever, name it. You know, we've got like a whole extra component of other career inside real estate. So avoid the burnout. I just give it my best. I try to relax it. And I'm a very busy person. I don't like things get under my skin. So when things are not going all right, like with the deals, I say to myself, my inner spirit is saying to me, the Holy Spirit is gonna come right. You don't have control of that, you know. And like I said, when I'm home, 6 p.m., I shut my phone. I don't care who the client is. You can send me a message. You can send me a WhatsApp. I need to, like, be sane to be able to reproduce a good work. So 6 p.m., I take you out. I'm done. You can send me multiple emails. I'll attend to it tomorrow morning. I don't work like crazy like some agents do. You have some agents while they're home, they're still busy on the phone. And literally, like, when do you rest? You're running clients, you're either doing cold callings, you're running clients, you're on the road. When do you actually put your head down and think about your life and also think about your family? And it's really not fair. I mean, if you've got partners at home or if you're married, sitting on the bed with your partner to have a decent conversation and you're busy on the phone. What's going on? Is one pre-approved? It doesn't really make sense. You all choke up and you die. Life is a gift. You really need to take care of yourself.
I love that. I can see why you're successful, Ife, because you are very good at doing the balance. I think being able to say no, especially in the day and world we're in today, where technology is such a drive and it can really take over your life if you allow it. I remember the days my kids are mortified where we had no mobile phones. So
Exactly.
you had all of these freedoms, and I almost feel like a mobile phone should be something for your convenience, not for everyone else's. So therefore
People
you
actually
need to have a
sleep on their
boundary.
bed. Yeah, they sleep with it. They go to bed with their cell phones next to them. And the
I
thing is, when you drop dead, the company is gonna move on. People will forget you. And you're dropping dead for what?
Exactly.
Does
If
it
you've
really make
spent the
sense?
time on your family, have you set your
Yeah.
foundation? Have you lived a
Yes.
good life?
Yes.
And it's also deciding what is the good things. I always say a good life does not mean big houses and big buildings and stuff on earth. It is
I gave it
what's
to
in your
you.
soul.
Yes, true. And people like they measure success. There is a certain yardstick, to measure success, which is wrong. It's a total misconception. It's actually how you understand your life, being able and having the capacity to live your life consistently. I don't care if you have a Rolls Royce. I mean, I don't know what's happening behind your closet. People have a lot of drama in their life, and you don't have to strive to be someone else. You can emulate. Like I'm using the word emulation. You can emulate good deeds. but don't want to be or comparing yourself, putting your head to work. I want to be Elon Musk. Yeah, it's strive or aspire. Don't get yourself about it. As long as you're consistent in the game, you're able to put your bills, then that's for me success. You're healthy. Life, I keep saying, is a gift. People wake up and all is not in order. Their body is not like speaking to the other parts. All organs are not in sync. You waking up healthy, healthy, and going to work to come back without meeting accidents. Things happen. You can't predict the future. So it's really a gift. And we shouldn't take it for granted. We shouldn't.
I love that. Now, I can tell you've got your head on right. I'm sure your kids are as balanced as you are, which is fantastic, because I can truly see that when you say you give 100% with what you're busy with, you give 100% there. And obviously, with such a competitive market, we all know how competitive the real estate market could be. What would you say is your secret sauce for your success?
Efficient service. Like, you have to deliver. Word of mouth travels like wildfire. When you deliver an impeccable service to a client, they never forget you. And I try to build a relationship. So it's not just I'm done with that handover and it's over. It's over. I forget you. No. From every step of the way, from the time buying a property is a long-term goal. You really need to make an informed decision. You don't just wake up and buy a property. Some people are actually clueless, like your first-time homeowners. They don't know what's happening in the market. You don't have to be greedy as an agent. We have some overpriced properties that when you realize that, okay, yeah, my client, you like this property and I've seen your affordability. I can actually see that you've got a lot of fixed cost, which if you happen to buy this property in this price range, in a few years' time, you will definitely struggle. You have to be honest at every point of the game and hold their hands, be there for them. Don't just be that agent that comes to your check and you walk away. So it's been working for me, a lot of repeat businesses. I've got clients that I sold properties in 2016 that I've been in touch with. Then you realize they refer me on to the next one and on to the next one. You see? So that's how
I love that. Always a business of referrals, return clients because of the level of service that you give.
Correct.
I think you cannot choose a better foundation for a successful business.
I agree with you.
And tell me, do you like to make use of social media or different marketing techniques? What would you say is your go-to when you've got properties that are maybe not moving as fast as you'd wanted to?
No, to be honest, I'm not so tech savvy. But with the way the world is evolving, you really need to embrace digital tools. You need to embrace technology and all of that. But we do have good platforms in the office to promote all of that. And I do have a social media account which I'm trying to build over time. But like I said, time would not permit me. But it works. To be honest with you, when properties are overpriced, we send emailers. I'm also in some groups on Facebook, like your South African property groups and all of that. And I post it on the Facebook market. I just do whatever I have to do. TikTok, you never know. Like, I've actually sold a property. And funny enough, I was just trying something out on a show house. Went to a show house and I just pulled the camera. I'm like, oh, I'm not so good in this. And I took a video of the hallway into like the lounge. After a few minutes, someone was like messaging me, where's the property? I'm like, it's in Chinatown. And he's like, I want to see more. It was just, how they are scammers. No, I'm not even going to take you serious. But he kept like pushing. I want to see. And at some point, about 2 days later, I'm like, okay, come on, you have to see that property.
Amazing. I love that you challenge yourself and get yourself out of your comfort zone and then see results for it.
Correct. So it's not my comfort zone, but you have to give it your very best and evolve, be adaptive in this environment, this current environment that we are in.
Yes, I agree with you. I think we always have to challenge ourselves. I'm a big advocate for the fact that no AI or any other technology that's available can remove human interaction. I think that's so important. And like the things you mentioned before.
Yeah, we need to humanize it. Yeah, the human touch is very imperative.
Definitely. I think it's so important to just take it to advance what we do, to make us faster, to save us time. So there is a lot of space for AI and technology in real estate.
Correct.
And I think the way that you're doing it by challenging yourself with new little additions is always going to help you evolve as well.
Yeah, correct.
So, in some closing thoughts, for any aspiring realtors or entrepreneurs listening, what advice would you give them if they're just starting out in the real estate industry?
You need to actually put down your scale of preference. It's not one size of shoes that fits all, to be honest with you. When I got into real estate, I was doing my MBA and I was like, oh, I don't want to be a housewife. While I was doing my master's, let me get into this and see how it goes. And I promise you, I became very interested in real estate and it became a career for me. So if you have that mindset that you just want to come here and play around, then you're never going to be successful. I promise you. Like you asked me how I've been juggling all of this. I recently completed my doctorate degree and I'm handling two jobs at like right now. I'm also a postdoctoral fellow at the Urban University of Technology. So in essence, what am I saying? You need to actually draft and know your priorities, get it straight, and have your goal, have your targets. Don't wait for anyone to motivate you. The motivation must come from within. It must come from within. Sorry about that, by call. So the motivation must come from within. You are the architect of your success. I mean, that's what my father keeps saying to me all the time. And everywhere I go to, I say to people, there are three different people in this world. Okay. We've got the people that are born with a silver spoon. We've got people that strive hard, towards attaining success. And that's where I fall in. And we have people who just sit and mother luck, it falls on their lap like that. So you really need to identify where you fit into. If your father is a billionaire, then you can play around in the game. If you're not, if you're striving towards success, you want to make a name for yourself in any area of your life, that's what I say, not just real estate. If you want to be successful, if you want to call it a career, then you must give it your very best. It's just the 5 extra words from extraordinary. Put those extra strength, extra motivation, lots of it. And I believe, the sky won't even be your limit.
I love that. Always going the extra mile and literally pushing what you're doing. I always say with real estate, if you take a real estate agent and you think it's like an 8 to 5 job, you're always going to be disappointed because there's evenings and weekends when your clients are available. And that's when nobody's looking over your shoulder, whether you're going to take those appointments or not. So as a last round of quick fire questions, you can just give me quick little answers for them. The first one is, what is your go-to productivity hack? How do you lift your spirit and say, okay, now I'm going to do something?
I'm quite disciplined, honestly.
Disciplined. Love that.
Yeah. When I set my eyes on something, I go for it, baby. I surround myself with productive people. All my friends are quite productive. If you want to know who you really are, show me your friends.
I love that.
I'm quite disciplined. I surround myself with productive minds.
With great people. They always say, show me your 5 best friends and then I'll show you your future, isn't it? That's amazing.
Correct. It defines you. So that's my secret.
So we're on a podcast today, but what do you prefer, podcast or reading a book? What are you more into, audio or reading?
Now that I've done the podcast, quite interesting. And I also love to read. Yeah, love
that. Any favorite book or anything you can recommend for a good read?
Surrounded by Idiots. There's this book. What's the name of the author? But it's a quite popular book.
I'm going to look for that. That sounds interesting. I love a good book. I've always been a bookworm.
Surrounded by Idiots.
I've never heard of that one, but I'm going to go look for it, Ify. I love that.
Take a look at it and you will like it. I believe.
Awesome. Evie, thank you so much for your time. I know you're running a very busy schedule. Thank you for your valuable insights. I can just see why you are successful because of the way that you think, the way that you do things. If you want to share with the people how they can connect with you, have you got any specific places we can direct them to?
On LinkedIn, Ifunanya Anusi, on LinkedIn, my full name. And on Facebook, like my social media for my page is Anusi PGP. For Instagram, Anusi PGP. On LinkedIn, my full name Ifunanya Anusi. And on Facebook is Anusi. Then on TikTok, Anusi PGP. Like PGP is just short for Pembrode Practice. Yeah.
Got you. Awesome. Thank you so much for being with us today, Ife. To all of those Success Builders listeners, I want to encourage you to subscribe, follow, and make sure that you connect with more people, get more awesome advice like Ife was just giving us, and see you next episode. Thank you for tuning in to the Success Builders podcast. I hope you're leaving with fresh insights and a renewed spark of inspiration to take your business to the next level. Remember, success is built one step at a time, and we're here to walk that journey with you. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a fellow entrepreneur who could use some motivation. And if you want to dive deeper or connect with me personally, I'd love to hear from you. Reach out on LinkedIn, Instagram, or visit liznanel.com to get in touch. Until next time, keep building, keep growing, and keep chasing that success.